Product Information Management. To access the Product Information Management menu, click on PIM. A submenu will open with the following options: Product Catalog, Price Lists, Suppliers, Product Groups, Product Categories, Brands, Product Priority Groups, Matrix Dimensions, New Service, and Export Products option. Let's have a closer look at each of these sub-menu items. Product Catalog. Click on PIM and Product Catalog. A list of products will open. On the left you can see product groups, and you can search for a product by using the filter that is located in the middle of the screen. To find a product, you can either click on the product group. This will open up all the products under that group. Search by filtering, which can be done simply by entering in a product code, name, barcode, brand, or product group, and so on. Sort through the product list manually. Once you have found the product you are looking for, you can see the product code, barcode, name, product group, net price, and price with GST on the main screen. To see the full product card, click on the product line. A product card will open. On the left-hand side, you can see who has created the product and when, and if the product has been changed. If it has been changed, then it will show when and by whom. You can enter in the usual delivery time for this product as information, can set a unit, specify the location of the product in the warehouse, and enter in product dimensions. On the main screen there are the following fields. Code, an internal product code for business use and product identification. EAN or barcode. The EAN code can be provided by the manufacturer or set by the retailer. Generally, it's used to produce a barcode for scanning. Erply can be configured to generate EAN codes automatically. Please see Settings, Configurations if you wish to do so. Name ENG, the English language product name. Other languages can be enabled on premium accounts, but requires consultation with your Erply staff. Product Group. This is a required field. See the section on product groups for more information. Status. Designate the status of the product. It can be active, no longer ordered, not for sale, or archived. Code 3. This is an optional extra code field for business use. However, keep in mind that this field is not searchable. Mfr Code, the manufacturer's product code. Type. You can assign a product to one of our specialized product types: bundles, matrix products, or assembly products. Supplier. This is from whom the product is generally purchased. When specified, this product will create or be appended to a purchase order for this supplier, when an automatic purchase order is in operation. Category. Select a product category for this item. Priority Group. This option can be used if you need to provide more detailed product information than the product group and category will allow. Manufacturer. The product manufacturer's name. Brand. Country of origin. Unit. The unit by which the item is sold. Most items are sold per piece, but they may also be sold by the yard, pound, feet, and more. If you need to add or adjust units, the setting can be found in Settings, Inventory Settings Units. If you cannot see this option, contact your administrator. Net price. The price the item will ring up at the register. It's the price you would like to sell the item for, not including applicable taxes. Price plus GST. If you've set a tax rate on this item, the total will be auto-generated. If there is no tax rate set, this price will be the same as the net sales price. GST rate. The applied GST rate on this item. If the register has a GST rate set, it will override this setting. GST free in all locations. Checking this off means this item should always be GST free. even when taxes are set on a register. Below the product card, there is a list of tabs for more detailed information, promotions, and associating the product with other products in your catalogue. The tabs are Descriptions. Describe the product. This will show up in the POS system for the cashier. Cross-sell. Suggest items that would go well with the product the customer is buying. To add items to this list, click Add and search for the product by name or code. Substitutions. Suggest replacement products in case it's out of stock. To add items to this list, click Add and search for the product by name or code. Attributes. Advanced user field for web shop or API. Packages. Used for products you create purchase orders for in packages or multiples rather than individually. Please see the Packages Guide section for more information. Price lists. Shows pricing information, for example, when the item is discounted or on sale. Promotions. View active promotions that involve the product. For more information on how to set up promotions, view the Sales Promotions and Coupons Guide. Product pictures. Upload a picture of the product. Product files. Choose files from your computer that are about or related to the product, such as manuals or brochures. To enter in a new product, please open up the Product Catalog main window by clicking on PIM and Product Catalog. In the middle of the screen, just under the filter, there is a button New. Click on the button and a blank product card will open. Here you can enter in all the info you need for your product. The product code and group are mandatory fields for each product card. These must be filled in. Everything else is optional. As an example, let's add a product with a code ABC123. Let's name it Test Product. Select the product group as default group and enter in a price with GST of $100. Once we have entered in all the info that we want, let's click Save. Now the test product with code ABC123 is in the system. To edit any of the existing products in the product catalogue, all you need to do is find the product. Let's look for the test product. Open up the product card. Make the changes. Let's change the price from 100 to 120 and click Save. If you need to delete the product, then you can do so by going to the product list and clicking on the X button on the right-hand side. As an example, let's find the product Test Product and delete it from the list by clicking on the X button. Erply will ask for confirmation, and by clicking Yes, the product will be archived. Alternatively, you can open up the product card and change the status of the product from active to archived. To apply the changes, click Save, and the product will no longer appear in your database. If you have deleted a product by mistake, then you can still find the product by using the filter. Here, type in the product code or name. Select Status as Archived and press Show. This will show you all the archived or deleted products in the system. For example, let's find the product Test Product. Now that we have found it under Archived Products, let's open up the product card and change the status from Archived to Active. And click Save. This will bring the product back to the active list. Price lists. Price lists can be used to discount products in the system. The highest price charged for a product should be the price indicated on the product card. For any other sale prices that are not promotions, price lists are appropriate. To see your existing price lists or add in a new one, click on PIM and Price Lists. You can also see the Price Lists option under the Retail Chain menu. The price list main view will open. Here you can see a filter from where you can find a price list by its name and status. On the left-hand side you can see the Settings submenu and in the middle of the screen you can see the list of price lists. To see an existing list, once you have found it, click on the list line. It will open and the details of the price list will be shown. Creating a new price list. To add a new price list, click New. Fill in the name field and add a start, end, date and time. For the price list to exist indefinitely, leave the end date and time blank. If you specify dates and times, then the price list will only be active from those particular dates and times. You can later associate this price list with a location, customer, or customer group. If the store has a specific price list in place, put the time period price list below the store's own list that is already in place. Point of sale will always choose the price list with the lowest product price. To activate the price list, click the Active box below the list's name and click Save. After saving, new tabs will appear below. Price lists can be created on a product or product group basis. Choose the appropriate tab to begin creating the price list. Definitions of each tab. Discounts to product groups. This allows you to give a percentage discount to entire product groups, not just specific items. For more specific price list creation, use Products with Special Prices. More than one product group can be added to this price list. Using this method, you can only define discounts by percentage. Products with Special Prices. This tab allows for the most flexibility. Discounts can be created on a specific product basis, or by adding entire product groups. By adding by product, you can define pricing by product line, dollar amount or percentage discount. To add products, click Add Items in the bottom bar. This will open a menu labelled Add Items to Price List. Here you can add items individually, by group, category, brand, or supplier. Once added, you can edit New Price or Discount Percentage. Once all the items have been added with the newly generated pricing, click Save. Your price list is now complete. The next step is to associate this price list. This can be done 4 ways. Specific location, specific customer group, valued customers, etc., specific customer, specific time periods, like a weekend sale, Black Friday price list, etc. Associating a price list to a specific location. Click on Retail Chain and select Locations from the submenu. Choose the location you would like to associate the price list with. After opening a location to edit, on the right-hand side there will be a column labelled Store Price Lists. Here you can add up to 5 price lists. From the Price List 1 drop-down, choose the appropriate price list to be associated and click Save. The price list is now set to be utilised. Associating the price list with a customer group. Click on Settings module and select Set up Customer Groups from the submenu. Here you can create new customer groups and edit existing ones. You can associate a price list by right-clicking on the customer group and selecting Edit. This will open the customer group card. Select the price list from the drop-down menu and click Save. Customers associated with this customer group will now have this price list applied. Associate a price list to a specific customer. Search for the customer you'd like to add a price list to. You can do this in the Customers module drop-down menu by clicking Find Customer and then hitting Enter to search. Once you have found the customer, click on the customer name to open up the customer card. In the grey column on the left-hand side, scroll down to Price Lists. Select the appropriate price list from the drop-down menu and Save. This customer will now have the price list associated with them. Suppliers. To view your existing suppliers, click on PIM and select Suppliers from the submenu. You can also access the Suppliers submenu through the Inventory and Purchase modules. They'll all bring you to the same Suppliers page. On the main Suppliers page, you will see a list of all your current suppliers. For easier navigation, you can set up filters to shorten the list of suppliers shown. Filter options. Name. Search or list by company name. Group, such as clothing or dog food or cat food. You can designate your own groups in Settings, Inventory Settings, Supplier Groups to make it more useful and specific for you and your company. Administrator. Filter by the specific user in the Erply system who is in charge of relations with a particular vendor. This drop-down is populated from the Users on your Company and Staff page. See Settings, Company and Staff. Type. This is the type of business entity that is set on the supplier card. The provided business entity types can be changed in Settings, Customer Registry Settings, Company Type. When you click on a listed supplier, you are brought to the supplier card. This is where you add and manage information about the supplier. The tabs at the bottom can help you track more complex relationships, which include contracts, tasks, contacts at that company, and discounts. To create a new supplier, click New. It's in yellow, at the top of the list of suppliers. This will open a blank supplier card. Mandatory fields are indicated with an asterisk and red text. Name, type of business entity, and group are all mandatory fields and need to be complete in order to save the supplier into the system. You can fill out more information located in the grey column on the left-hand side. These include Reg code, ABN number, bank account number, IBAN, BIC SWIFT, fax, administrator, web page, payment deadline, tax rate, currency, country, delivery terms, GLN notes. Addresses have their own Save button. When you begin to type, it will appear at the far right end of the row. You must save these before saving the whole form. Once one line has been saved, another will appear. You may save multiple addresses to any supplier or customer. Product Groups. Click on the PIM module icon located on the top bar of your Erply account. Under this module, select Product Groups. This will take you to the Product Groups page. Product and service groups are your main classification for your products. Product Group is a required field on the product card. These are used in your accounting software for promotions, reporting, GST rates and general organization. In the point of sale, product groups are used to easily organize products for searching. Create a new group. Click the plus button, located in the bottom bar, right-click and select Plus Add or hit F3 on your keyboard. You can now enter a name for this product group. You can create subgroups by dragging group folders into each other. To expand groups that have subgroups, click the arrow located in the corner to the left of the group. Product groups can be nested to form a tree and can be dragged and dropped to arrange groups and subgroups. Right-clicking on the product group in the tree will give you additional options. add, rename, edit, and delete. You can import your products directly to product groups, even in a tree structure, as long as each group has a unique name. You have now successfully created a product group. Product categories. Click on the PIM module icon located on the top bar of your Erply account. Under this module, select Product Categories. This will take you to the Product Categories page. The Product Category option in Erply is an alternative option to group your products, and it works exactly the same as the Product Group feature. You can add, rename, edit, and delete categories. Once categories have been created, you can assign a category for a product on the product card, just like a product group or a priority group. Brands. To add or view your brands, click on PIM and select Brands from the submenu. Here you can see a list of brands entered into the system. Edit a brand name by clicking on it. Overwrite the name and click on Save. You can add a brand by clicking on the New button, filling in the name field and clicking Save. Product Priority Groups. Click on the PIM module icon located on the top bar of your Erply account. Under this module, select Product Priority Groups. This will take you to the Product Priority Groups page. The Product Priority Groups option in Erply is an alternative option to group your products, and it works exactly the same way as the Product Groups feature. You can add, rename, edit, and delete categories. Once categories have been created, you can assign a category for a product on the product card, just like a product group or a category. Matrix dimensions. You only need to enter matrix dimensions once. All matrix dimensions will be saved for use with future products. You can define new matrix dimensions under the PIM module by selecting Matrix Dimensions from the submenu. Once the list of matrix dimensions opens, you will see the list of existing matrix variations. You can click on the name of the dimension to open it up and see the variations. Let's click on Color, and we can see the list of color variations as a list. Here you can add a new variation by entering a name to the new value and code fields and clicking the Add button. To add a new dimension, select New and then name the dimension. For example, let's add a new matrix dimension called Fabric. Once the name has been entered, click Save. Now the variation fields will appear, and you can add a new variation by entering a name to the new value and code fields and clicking Add. For example, let's add Silk as a variation value and 123 as a variation code, and click Add. Now we have Cotton with the code 234 and Wool with the code 345. Once all variations have been added, click Save to save all the changes. New service or non-stock product. By clicking on the PIM module and selecting New Service from the submenu, you can add in a new non-stock product. Clicking this option will open a blank product card where you can enter in your non-stock product details. On the product card, the non-stock product option is already pre-selected, meaning that stock levels won't be calculated for this product. Export products. Under the PIM module, the last submenu option is Export Products. By clicking on this link, a new page will open and you'll be able to select which products you want to download as a CSV file. If you don't select any options, all the products from the database will be downloaded to a CSV file. The file will be downloaded to your computer hard drive to a folder
based on your own settings. By default, it's the Download folder.